was described as a good friend, a shrewd businesswoman before she was shot in the back. Today, jurors watched the final moments of Diane McIver's life caught on surveillance video. The raw video showing her arrival at Emory Hospital is too graphic to show you unedited. We are airing a blurred version because this is a vital piece of evidence in this murder trial against her husband, Tex McIver. Today, the jury watched the unedited version again and again. Caitlin Ross is inside the courtroom following this trial. And Caitlin, as the video played, lawyers from both sides were really pushing the jurors not to look at Diane, but at her husband, Tex, and really the way he was acting as his wife was dying. I'm curious, what was the jurors' reaction?
The jurors were really taken back. This is graphic video. It's difficult to watch, but both the prosecution and the defense think this same video proves their point. They're two very different points. The prosecution argued at length that it shows Tex McIver being lackadaisical, not hurrying, not caring about his wife. In the beginning of the video, you see him walking alongside the car, the prosecution asking, why wasn't he running? Why wasn't he going faster? Why wasn't he yelling, flailing his arms, getting people to come out and help his wife? But the defense sees that very differently. They say he's walking alongside a moving car. There's no audio in the video, but he's yelling, gunshot, gunshot, someone help me. They say he's escalating the volume of his voice, getting frantic, asking people to help him. So it was two very different interpretations of the same video. The defense asked the first nurse to respond what she saw.
You see him walking up alongside the car as it's still moving?
Yes.
Coming up to the emergency room entrance, correct?
I see him walking up towards the vehicle, yes.
Right. He's not leisurely walking up to the ER while the car's parked, correct?
He's not rushing, but he's walking, yes.
Right. He's walking alongside the moving car.
But it wasn't just his behavior outside the hospital, it's once he got into the ER as well. At 6 o'clock, we're going to hear from the nurses who treated Diane McIver and those who interacted very closely with Tex in the moments after Diane was brought into that ER, Cheryl.
Caitlin, we've had thousands of people watching this trial on our 11 Alive Facebook page every day. Eliza Adams brought up a question that a lot of people have been asking, that he was closer to Grady Hospital and to Emory Midtown, chose to go all the way to Emory Hospital, and prosecutors also careful to point out that point. Did he have an explanation for that?
That is a great question, and one the prosecution has really been pounding away on. Why didn't he go to Grady or Piedmont, both of which were much closer? The defense has argued that he was familiar with Emory Hospital. He didn't think there would be as much traffic getting there. He thought he could get her there faster, and that's why he chose Emory. But there's certainly been a lot of back and forth about that. And the prosecution has asked these nurses who work at Emory Hospital, this is not a trauma center, right? You don't deal with gunshots, right? The nurses and doctors say, absolutely, they should have taken her to Grady.
Interesting. Grady known for its trauma department. All right, appreciate your coverage, Caitlin, each day at this trial and every night on the late feed. Anchor Vinny Politan and his legal dream team are breaking down the most compelling highlights of the day. You can watch their analysis on the 11 Live Facebook page at 7:30 each evening, followed by complete coverage on the late feed at 11 on 11 Alive.